Local comedian and former Tampa Bay area radio personality Pat Largo is spearheading a really fun tour.
Yeah, he joins us now with details on that and all things comedy. We've been picking your brain here before we got started. Yes. How are you? Good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me here. The Monday morning traffic was killing me. I live in Newport Richie. I don't want to brag. But I drove in from Newport Richie.
Yeah.
And boy, is my middle finger tired.
I think I passed you.
Dude, there's some bad. I was in the left-hand lane on Del Mabry, coming southbound here, right? Slow drive, 40 miles an hour in the left-hand lane. I'm giving the high beams, the horn, the high beams. Finally, he gets over. I roll my window down. I go, "You drive like a jerk, deputy." It was horrible. It was horrible.
You're still here.
So your Monday started well.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're doing. No, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's just an exciting time now. We have just such a wealth of local comedians in the Tampa Bay area. And I also include Orlando, Sarasota, just some great talent and some huge talent that came out of here over the years. And so we just, me and a couple of other comics locally here, we have launched this new, basically a new series, a project, if you will, and it's called Comedians Uncorked. And right now we're in different counties, Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas County. We have some shows booked. We're going to do more down the road. And it's just a whole local spearhead. I want to thank my friend Esther Venuzio from Local Shops 1 in Pinellas for booking our Hickman Theater show in Gulfport. And she supports all the local stuff. So we're getting all these venues, these from golf courses to restaurants to just every kind of venue. Anything that has live bands, we can do comedy in.
Well, this is what's cool because we were, there is things like this for the music scene, not so much for the comedy scene.
And again, being in radio for many years in the market, I've supported so many local bands, and I still do. It's such an important thing to do. The arts are so important. And then I said, well, now that I've been doing comedy for many years, why can't we? And we can even combine. We've done that. Combined comedians and bands. You can do that. It's interchangeable. You know, it's like a shot in a it's like a shot in a beer. You just got to do it. But I mean, so that's where we're really focusing on right now. So all the information right now is on my website, patlargo.com. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I mean, it's just a lot of fun.
You know, I'm curious, Pat, to be able to go from media and now you're a comic. So many people think that they're funny. So many people are told, you know, oh, hey, you're funny. Why don't you try to be a comedian? You were saying before we started here that that's not necessarily maybe the best advice, because being a comedian is a whole different story than just being funny with your friends.
True. And I'll just disabuse right now. If they're telling you you're funny, you're probably not. No, you know, it is different. A lot of friends of mine have said the same thing where, you know, I mean, we've all been told by friends, hey, you know, you're funny, hey, you do this, but it is different being on stage in front of strangers who have paid their hard-earned money to come see you and be entertained. So, I mean, it's just fun, though. I'd rather be doing this than pretty much anything else. So, it's
How do you think the comedy scene is going? I mean, would you suggest if there's young ones watching, I mean, what do you think about the comedy scene and where it can take you these days?
Well, it's kind of like music. It's eclectic. You have comedians who are so clean and so, like some guys I work with, Reno Collier, Larry the Cable Guy's opening act, who I would like to bring down here sometime in the near future. Squeaky clean, fantastic. People of all ages can go see him. Sometimes, you know, if you want the blue humor, if you want topical, you want political, there's so many comedians that are just specific in what they do. And there's so many great ones.
Would you suggest that, to find a niche and go with it?
Nowadays, it is imperative, I think, to go online if you're going to a comedy show. And even Bill Burr said this. He goes, you got to check us out and see what we say, because you can't be, we're not responsible for bumming you out. If we do a Trump joke and you don't like that, or we don't do a certain joke and you don't like it, you know, we're online. You could see what we do, and then you can decide if you want to go see us. But we're not going to censor ourselves to maybe think we might offend you. So, you know, you can go out, just do your little research before you go to a comedy club. That's all.
How would you describe you? What do you do?
What's your niche?
What's your niche?
It's absolutely disgusting what I do.
I mean,
I appall people. They just walk out by the droves, which is fine because I get paid either way. No, I'm topical. I avoid political stuff. I avoid religious stuff. I'm really not that intelligent. I'm from Pasco, so you gotta.
Hey, I am too.
You gotta dumb it down for me. So
I appreciate that. Thanks.
I'm just, you know, I'm about 3 steps above a knock-knock joke. And the comics I'm working with for Comedians Uncorked, Ron Hortman and Bill Osee, Great guys, clean comics. That's why also I picked them to kick off this whole entire series. Very funny guys. You can catch them on YouTube if you don't believe me. And they're going to be with me at all of our shows coming up. Our first one is Gill Dog Marina in Port Richey.
Okay, cool.
Coming up in a couple of weeks, July 6th.
Well, what I love about you as we get ready to wrap up, you can tell you love local, you love the Bay Area, you love the people here, and that's what you're trying to do is just showcase it as funny as you can, as best as you can.
If we have it, and we do, you might as well flaunt it.
Yeah.
I mean, so to speak, right?
Own it being from Pasco County. It's
I'll
all
drink
right.
to
No
that.
shame.
I'm glad your first show, you won't have the commute that you talked about at the very beginning.
No,
Your first
thank
show is
God,
close
thank
to
God.
home.
Right,
so
right.
again, let's go ahead and we'll share your information so people know where they can come out, visit you, see you firsthand.
Very cool.
Thanks for coming in. It was so nice to meet you and talk with you today.
Yeah.
I will. This and Kill and Curly Winery is the next show, so we'll keep you posted. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.